So back to workforce development.
Sure.
My final question for every agency that's come before us. I wanted you to help explain to me your answer about the Marriott Marquis.
Okay.
Because this has been lauded as a great example of how we can do workforce development better. But once again, so what, and I think Events DC had touted this, and in your answer you say, and just for those watching, we engaged in a workforce intermediary.
Right.
The issue again, we need to get our residents into jobs especially jobs that are created by our district taxpayer dollars. And so it was disappointing to read in your answers this. The authority does not have access to current employment statistics from the Marriott Marquis. This is something where we've made a major workforce development push. Then when we did drill into, you did provide a table, and it was very disappointing to see that although we got a number of completed applications to the Marriott Marquis, people actually hired was still pretty low. So can you speak to this?
Sure. So I'll speak to the latter first. I think it's about also setting some expectations. The number of people that were hired was 178 residents out of about what was initially about 500. So I think, one, there was probably some unrealistic expectations that were set about hiring a very high percentage, because typically hotels first have to make sure they're bringing people from other facilities to help ramp up that hotel. But also, in that program, I will tell you from our partners and others that we work with, they actually were very pleased that we got to that number, because we did a lot of training, not just for Marriott curriculum, but also training that was specific to life skills. And so we had to make sure that we not only could get folks in, and you referenced we had a lot of applications, but also make sure that we could retain people. So as it relates to the comment, it's a fair comment. It really was referencing the fact that our contract with our workforce intermediary had expired, and so they were no longer monitoring it. But we still work closely with Marriott. We still work closely with DOES, and we can get that information. But really, those are the ones that are now reporting directly on those stats.
Okay. Well, one final comment is that the hospitality industry can be a great entry point for some of our hardest to employ residents as well.